دوستان سلام، باز هم خدمت شما از طریق چینل انگلیش کلاس رخسار صدیقی. موضوعی که امروز به خدمت هستم عزیزای باز هم یونت 19 هست و کتاب سوم شما که کتاب 4000 Essential English Word از بخش داستان. امیدوار هستم که درس مورد علاقه تون قرار بگیره. برای حمایت از چینل لطف کنین مثل همیشه چینل با دوستایتان شیر کنین تا اونام سابسکرایب کنن و نظریاتشون شیر کنن. میریم به طرف صنف یونت 19 کتاب سوم شما بخش داستان. بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. The Magic Pear Tree، درخت گلابی جادویی یا درخت ناک جادویی.
It was a cool morning and
It was a cool morning. یک صبح خنک بود.
grass was covered in mist.
And the grass was covered in mist. و علفها همه پوشیده شده بودن با غبار.
The market was full of people.
The market was full of people. یعنی مارکت پر از جمعیت مردم بود.
A mean farmer named Jack yelled, "Pears for sale."
A mean farmer named Jack yelled, "Pears for sale." یک مرد بسیار زشت بدجنس، یک کشاورز بود که نامش جک بود، فریاد میزد که ناک برای فروش.
On the bench, plotting how he could trick people.
He sat on the bench plotting how he could trick people. بالای یک چوکی نشسته بود و نقشه میکشید که چطور مردم فریب بده.
Then an orphan came to his cart.
Then an orphan came into his cart. بعد به مو سبد خرید او یک یتیم آمد. It was a cold morning and the grass was covered in mist. The market was full of people. A mean farmer named Jack yelled, "Pears for sale." He sat on a bench plotting how he could trick people. Then an orphan came to his cart.
Can you spare a pear? She asked.
Can you spare a pear? She asked. برش گفت که میتونی یک گلابی را ذخیره کنی؟
Jack felt rage. He replied, "You don't have any money."
Jack felt rage. یعنی جک قهر شد و احساس خشم کرد. And he replied, "You don't have any money. پول نداری؟
Please, I haven't had supper in days.
Please, I haven't had supper in days. یعنی گفت که یتیم برش میگه که لطفاً ما چند روز است که یعنی شام نخوردیم، غذا نخوردیم.
No, shouted the farmer.
No, shouted the farmer. اینجا امیر کشاورز فریاد میزنه و برش میگه که نخیر.
The farmer. The orphan sighed.
The orphan sighed. اینجا امیر یتیم آه کشید.
However, a pregnant lady heard the dispute and confronted Jack.
However, a pregnant lady heard the dispute and confronted the Jack. خب اینجا یک خانمی که باردار بود می دعوا یا بحث اونا را شنید و با جک مواجه شد.
Just give her a pear,
Just give her a pear. فقط یک ناک برش بده.
she said. Jack had no shame and said no.
Jack had no shame and said no. اینجا جک هیچ شرم نداشت و گفت که نخیر.
Finally, a man bought a pear for the girl.
Finally, a man bought a pear for the girl. بالاخره یک مردی آمد و برای دخترک یک ناک خرید. Listen once again. The orphan sighed. However, a pregnant lady heard the dispute and confronted Jack. Just gave her a pear, she said. Jack had no shame and said no. Finally, a man bought a pear for the girl.
He ate it, but she saved the seed. She wanted to get revenge.
The girl quickly ate it. دخترک به عجله امو سیب نوش جان کرد. But she saved the seed. اما دانش پیش خود نگاه کرد. She wanted to get revenge. میخواست که انتقام بگیره. The girl quickly ate it, but she saved the seed. She wanted to get revenge.
She told Jack, "I know a way to get hundreds of pears in one day. I'll show you how."
She told Jack و جک گفت که I know a way to get hundreds of bears in a one day. من میفهمم راهی را بلد هستم که در یک روز صدها ناک به دست میاری. I'll show you how. نشانت میدم که چه قسم. She told Jack I know a way to get hundreds of bears in one day. I'll show you how.
He watched the girl dig a hole. She dropped the seed into the ground.
He watched the girl dig a hole. او دخترک تماشا میکرد که او یک چقری میکن. She dropped the seed into the ground. امو دانه ها را به زمین انداخت.
Then she spread the dirt over it.
Then she sprayed the dirt over it. و بعد سرش از خاک پوشاند.
Said, In a few minutes a stem will grow. It'll turn into a tree that's full of pears.
Watch closely, she said. برش گفت که دقیق متوجه باش. In a few moments a stem will grow. یعنی بعد از یک چند دقیقه یک ساقه رشد میکنه. It will turn into a tree that's full of bears. و این تبدیل میشه به یک درختی که پر از امی گلابی هست.
Jack stared at the dirt, but nothing happened.
Jack stared at the dirt but nothing happened. Jack امو بسیار خیره شد و دید که هیچ اتفاقی نیفتاد.
The only objects there were a few daisies.
The only objects there were a few daisies. اما تنها چیزی که در اوجا وجود داشت چند گل مروارید بود.
He looked for the girl, but she had snuck away.
He looked for the girl but she had snuck away. اما او به طرف به دنبال دختر بود اما او دزدیده بود. Jack started at the dirt but nothing happened. The only objects there were a few daisies. He looked for the girl but she had snuck away.
Then he looked at his card in horror.
Then he looked at his car in horror. با وحشت به طرف امو کراچیش دید.
It was empty.
او خالی بود.
He suddenly realized that the orphan had tricked him.
He suddenly realized that the orphan had tricked him. دفعتاً او فهمید که متوجه شد یعنی درک کرد که یتیم او را فریب داده.
While Jack was waiting for the tree to grow,
While Jack was waiting for the tree to grow, وقتی که جک منتظر بود که امو درخت رشد کنه.
people had taken the pears from his cart.
The people had taken the pears from his cart. مردم امو ناکایش یا امو گلابیایش از کراچیش گرفته بودن.
They all laughed while they were eating the tender fruit.
They all laughed while they were eating the tender fruit. و اونا میخندیدن انگامی که امو میوه خوشمزه را میخوردن.
The farmer felt ashamed.
The farmer felt ashamed. اینجا امو کشاورز احساس شرمندگی کرد.
The incident taught him to be kinder.
The incident taught him to be kinder. یعنی این حادثه با او یعنی درس داد که او مهربان‌تر باشه. Then he looked at his cart in horror. It was empty. He suddenly realized that the orphan had tricked him. While Jack was waiting for the tree to grow, the people had taken the pears from his cart. They all laughed while they were eating the tender fruit. The farmer felt ashamed. The incident taught him to be kinder. خب عزیزایم این بود درس امروز شما که از یونت 19 و کتاب سوم شما بخش داستان خدمت شما تقدیم کردم. امیدوار هستم که درس مورد علاقه شما قرار گرفته باشه و تا درس بعدی که بازم به خدمت شما عزیزان می باشم شما را به خداوند یکتا میسپارم. روز همه شما خوش. خداوند یار و مددگارتان.